GoPro. This is the Gep RC Cinelog 30 without any modifications, and mounted on top is a full GoPro Hero 8, and we're gonna be flying this with an 850 mAh 4S battery. So let's get into it. Let's go! Just a couple of quick notes for this full flight. So the all-up weight of this setup is 376 grams, which is fairly light, really. And the flight time is around 4 minutes and 30 seconds for this full flight without a crash. After a dozen test flights with this setup, my thoughts are it is flyable for sure. The flight feel is similar to a typical Cinewhoop with a GoPro mounted. And I guess even though the motors are only 1404s, it is able to still carry the GoPro well because of the lightweight nature of the whole setup, unlike the other traditional Cinewhoops which goes above 500 grams. Like the Bumblebee, the Taycan, the Cinesplorer, and the Shendron Squirt, etc, etc. Now, having said the lightweight nature of this setup leads me to my next point, which is durability. This whole setup is not the most durable setup for a crash. For the whole test, I broke 3 prop guards, which is expected, but in every single crash, the camera plate pops off. And that's most likely because the camera plate where the GoPro is mounted is only being held onto the frame with rubber grommets. Yes, no screws, no standoffs, just rubber grommets. But that was designed like that for a reason, which is a good reason, and that is to isolate the camera from vibration coming off the motors and the frame. It most likely won't pop off anymore if you're mounting a naked GoPro, which is 100 grams lighter than a full GoPro Hero 8. But that's what this test is for, really, to know the effects of mounting a full GoPro Hero 8 on it. Now, to summarize, I would say that I will not fully recommend mounting a full GoPro on the Cinelog 30 because even though it handles it well and it flies for above 4 minutes, the durability is just going to be a pain in the neck to deal with. I mean, who wants to do field repairs for each and every crash, really? So if you don't have a naked GoPro and only have a full GoPro instead, don't get this. This is not the right setup for a full GoPro. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to respond. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one.